Okay, everybody, welcome to my weekly little live stream here. We're going to go ahead and start talking about what's going on in the Las Vegas market, get ourselves educated. Hopefully, we will make this one real quick for you and get to any questions that you may have. So, you know how we do it. We're going to go ahead and start talking about some numbers this week. And you know how I like to do it. I'm going to go ahead and show my work with it through you, or at least work through it with you. And I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and you get to see what I get to see when I'm out there looking at stuff. So let's take a look and see what we get to see out there. So first thing I get to see is, let's just look over the last week. Since the last time we've done this, it's been a week exactly. Look at that. We have had 1,001 new listings, 221 come back on the market, 530 price decreases. Along with that, we have had 128 price increases. Like we've talked about in the past, a lot of times those price increases are actually little mistakes, or that little technique I've discussed in the past where people decrease the price and then increase it, kind of like getting things to pop back up in the market. And as far as under contracts, we had under contract shows, 378, under contract no shows, 891. And for those who want to know the difference, under contract show, supposedly you can actually go and still see those and put up back up offers. Expires, these are people who failed to be able to sell the house. A lot of those people actually withdrew those homes weeks and months ago, and now they are actually coming back off the market. And many times you're not going to be able to get them. Sometimes you can still go and attack that. That is a little bit of what's known as the hidden inventory. Temporarily off the market, sometimes those will never come back on the market. And supposedly, you're not supposed to do that improperly, and it's supposed to come back on the market within 30 days. But hey, never can tell. Withdrawn, that's where they've taken it off the market properly. But let's be honest, some of those expires, you'll see if I were to click on it, were withdrawn at one point. Same thing, withdrawn conditionally. And the coming soons, we have 114 homes that are going to be coming to the market soon within the next 30 days. We got a little bit of a heads up there, so we'll get to know what is going to hit the market, and we get a little bit of a heads up. So if you wanted to get with your real estate agent or someone and find out what is going to hit that market, and you can get a little bit of intel, get ahead of all that competition and see a home, you got a good chance. Let's start getting into the interpretation. I know this is a new month and we like to get into nitty gritty, into the numbers, and I would do that today. I like to prepare a little bit more. I like to also wait until all the prognosticators, whatever. Like to wait until the board puts the official numbers out along with all of the others out there, and then like really rattle those numbers out and put a good polished product out for you guys. And as soon as that hits the streets, which is usually about anywhere between the 6th and 8th of the month, I'm going to put out a really nice polished product. So expect to see that probably next Monday. So if that hits the 6th to the 9th, don't expect to see a live stream next week, because I want to get that out to you as soon as humanly possible. Or I may just get brave and it'll be a bam bam where you get a live stream and you'll get the nice polished product. But of course, a polished product takes an extra day or two for me to get that out, because my diligent V8 has to put those numbers out, and you see those like lately I've been doing the nice little writing on the screen and stuff. that actually takes a little bit of time to make it look good for you, and other little stuff I'm trying to put out there to entertain folks. So we are actually down to about 16 days of inventory. I didn't push that button fast enough on that one. We're down to 16 days of inventory right now. So inventory, believe it or not, is tightening back up. Usually about this time is when I expect the inventory to loosen back up. So we have gone in October, and traditionally this is the time when inventory loosens back up, like during the summer when it gets really, really tight. September starts to loosen up. October, it gets really loose through November. And I was really hoping inventory would be over a month by now. Having 16 days really blew me away. And this is something that's actually distressing to me right now, to have inventory at this kind of a number, because I was really hoping for this to open up for everyone, including my clients, because it just really needed to open up. Now, some of the reasons for that is, more and more people are just trying to take advantage, because even though interest rates are still low, the Fed's signaling that, even though they haven't raised them yet, that they may be going up soon. And some people are going out there trying to get that house before anything else happens. Buying activity has not slowed down that much. I'm going to go into a little article here a little bit later about buying activity, especially for new homes. So on Friday, listed like 30 homes. Supposedly, I'm going to have to actually look at that number, 14 day before, but looked at those numbers. We listed like a thousand over the last month. But we're probably talking about single family there. What we have available right now, I actually want to go and like show you the numbers, because you know what, I like to show my work, because you shouldn't just depend on me for the numbers, and I shouldn't depend on what's out there. I want to actually have people see the numbers that I'm saying and that are out there, because as we used to say when I took statistics back at college, there's liars, damn liars, and statisticians. You don't want me to be a damn liar to you. Inventory is still a bit of an issue out there now, and hopefully more people are going to start listing their homes soon, especially with the holidays coming around. So let me go ahead and get some numbers out here, get deeper into it. Let me just change my screen a little around a bit for y'all. No peeky peeky. Gotta have, let's see here. We're gonna go here. Boop. Okay, so we're just gonna look at the actives. Let's just go see what we have out there right now. So we're going to look at single family residences, and we are going to tie this down just to the local area. So I have so many things in this sucker. Here we go. So we're just going to do, now I know Boulder City's close, but I just pull it out. So Henderson, I know I just missed it. North Las Vegas. Come on, don't hide from it. There we go. So right now we have 3,575 homes in the North Las Vegas, Henderson, and Las Vegas area. Just looking here, showing my work. Huh, they actually showed out here. They shouldn't have, because they actually have their own little area, but okay. Got to show my work. And for condominiums, currently have 447 spread out. Let's see how the map shows on that. Sometimes you'll see the strangest things because somebody enters things incorrectly, but hey, that's the way it is. Townhomes. Whoops, I should have showed you the number first. We have 267 townhomes right now. And for those of you who love them, manufactured homes, we have 52. And they seem to be fairly concentrated on this side of town, on down here. Let's go ahead and play that trivia game I love. What's that cheapest house in town right now? Let's just look at the number. And the winner is, it's $80,000 off on H Street. As a matter of fact, I know exactly which house this is. Now it brings up memories because I was just looking at this for someone. Has, what do you call those? They're trying to get some, what's his faces out of it. Let me get out of this real quick because I shouldn't be showing you something. Yeah, it has squatters in it. So there we go. That is the cheapest house. And let's see, the cheapest condo should be, it's like 67. Hold on. Because I was looking at it for someone too. Yep, 67.9. Cheapest townhome. Is 110. Oh my goodness. Okay, so our cheapest townhome is 110 right now. Okay. Okay, that's what we are. Work is shown. Okay, so right now we have about 143 sales per day going on compared to last year where we had 106 sales per day this time of year. So one of the reasons things are so bad out there for folks is a heck of a lot more people are trying to buy homes. Inventory really is a big issue right now. And a lot of people are mad. I've talked about this every single week, that cash buyer. They are still at about 31% of the market. So almost a third of the market are the cash buyers and the iBuyers. I mean, I have no hatred of the iBuyers. I've helped people get in with iBuyers. They are offering full price right now and above and beyond. And they make up 8.1% of the market right now. So here in Las Vegas, they are a very large percent. Nationwide, they are well under 1%, but in Las Vegas, they are 8.1% of the market. And what makes this one really interesting is a little bit of news I want to get into, and I want to show you this one because this one's just really fascinating. So there's this guy who did this TikTok video, and it just so happened to be here in Las Vegas. And this dude did this video, and he was had this theory. So instead of me talking about his theory, I'm going to go to his TikTok video, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'll talk about his theory and their response. So let's get to it. Hopefully you guys hear this.
I've been a real estate agent for about 11 years now. And let's talk about the housing crisis. And let's talk about some what ifs. What if there was a company that everybody knew of to look for houses? And everybody goes on there and searches for houses when they're bored and stuff. And so that company, they just sit back and they just collect all the data. They just know what zip code is looking at what zip code and how much those people can afford. Everyone's looking at this one zip code and everybody seems to be able to afford this certain amount. And let's say that billion-dollar company uses that information to go into that zip code and start purchasing houses. Because the people that are selling their houses, even though they sell it for a little bit less sometimes than what the home could actually be worth, and they pay these high fees to this $1 billion company, it's a convenience factor. So this company's scooping up houses less than what they actually could cost. And let's say that company, excuse me, Canute, that company buys 30 homes within a 2-mile radius. And let's say the price is $300,000. So they buy all of these homes for $300,000. And then on the 31st home, they buy it for $340,000, even though they know all of the comps, because most people have to get a loan. And if you get a loan, you have to get an appraisal, which means the appraiser is going to look at what homes have sold in the area for that size and that price per square foot. So they're paying cash. They don't need an appraisal. Why would they pay $340,000 for this 31st home whenever they've only paid $300,000 for these others? Well, what that just did is create a new comp. So when they go to sell these other 30 homes, that extra $40,000 that you could say this one sold for $340,000 just made them $1.2 million off that one neighborhood, because they know from their research how much people can afford in that zip code. Weird. And let's say that then they're going to come in. They bought that home at $340,000 that still needs work. So they're going to come in and do their good old paint, spackle, and change the carpet and call it a remodel. So now we can sell them for $360,000, because we know off of our data that's how much people can afford. Wouldn't that be weird if a company did that? And then say that this company also starts letting you use their own lenders and their own title and escrow company, and makes you write your contract on their contract, not the one that your state uses. Wouldn't that be a weird world to live in? My goodness, I can't imagine us living in that world. Can you?
Okay, now, so you just look at this sucker, and this is kind of like, in my opinion, the Streisand effect. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Streisand effect. So what happened with that is there's this company, and they were going to do this helicopter thing. They're going to fly all up and down the California coast, and they're going to just film the California coast, and they're going to like put it on their website or do whatever. Let me like share this over like this. And Barbra Streisand said she didn't want her home being on this site or whatever they were doing. So she made a big stink, went to court and everything. Well, she lost. And what ended up happening is everyone went to just look at Barbra Streisand's home. And from that day forward, whenever any of this happened, it became known as the Streisand effect. Yeah, this guy got 2 million views on TikTok and all these shares on all these other sites and stuff, Twitter. But you know what? Think about this. Nobody really cared that much, if you think about it, even though they got 9,000 shares on Twitter, until they started piling on. Why are you going to pile on? Now people are going to look at it, because I understand why they paid all that money for the houses. It makes sense, because you're trying to corner a market. The way you corner a market is you do overpay. The Japanese did this in the 80s. Amazon did this in the 2000s. Think about this. When you go to buy something, the first place you go is Amazon. You don't go anyplace else. My son, he's in his freshman year. He's taking his freshman year math class, and he needed a calculator. Professor said he needed a certain calculator. So my wife comes to me and she's like, you need to get him his calculator. Here it is on Amazon. We go to Amazon, and oh man, it's a week and a half to get the calculator. I'm sure he needs it now. And I was like, well, I'm looking at the price. I wonder if they raised the price, because probably if you need a week and a half and it's a Texas Instrument calculator, maybe they raised the price or something. It wasn't that high. But I have a plug-in. Shows the price hasn't gone up. Okay. Then I said, well, maybe I can find it someplace else. I can get it for less. I find the thing at Office Depot, it's half the price regularly. But you know what? Made me think. Amazon's not that cheap anymore. We got used to using Amazon all the time. That's all we're used to using now because they started real cheap. They lost money to get us used to using them. These folks are getting us used to using them. And most of these people, most of y'all don't realize they own their own mortgage companies in all 50 states. They own their title companies. You understand how the entire real estate industry works? It's not just that real estate commission. There's a lot of parts to this. There's mortgage, there's title. What about that moving company? There's a lot of mouths out there to feed, and they want to be in on that entire stovepiped operation. So they don't want anybody to ruin that. Zillow originally made its money. I don't want to mention, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it, but the name's up there. By getting agents to pay them so they'd be on the page. When you went there and you said, I want to talk to an agent, it just went to those people you saw in those first 3 blocks there. Okay, great. Then they started buying houses. They're just trying to corner the market. Now, I don't know if that was their plan. Who knows? But they do control the data. These companies are fintech companies. They're trying to control data. Don't give away the store by coming in and trying to pile on somebody. All you did was go Streisand. You just made the man internet famous. I'd love to go to here's his video here.
I've been a real estate
directly
agent for
on
about 11 years now.
Hold on, pause that so it doesn't go. Let me see if it shows the loves and all this stuff. I mean, I can't see here how many views he has, but I know he has 500,000 hearts. He's got 15,000 comments, 84,000 shares. I wonder how many he had before they piled on. So that's that piece of news. I'm not piling on them because I'm telling you, if you're a home seller, I ain't gonna lie. Us real estate agents, yeah, we love to pile and talk some smack. Me trying to be honest with you, yeah, they are out there. You can get paid real quick, and a lot of it they were depending on prices going up month after month. They've stabilized for 2 straight months. They're not going up right now. I'm pretty sure when I put out my big market update, it's not going to show any more changes. So they're probably going to be lowering the prices they give out. So anybody who had offers like a month ago and they were hoping to get more this month, probably not going to happen. They'll probably be even lower than they probably had hoped to have gotten. So we were at peak housing as far as the offers from these guys, because it was depending on housing prices going way up, and they're not doing that anymore. So I don't think the frenzy is over. But one of the things I'm seeing when I'm looking out there, let me see if I can pull this one up here. It's just don't come up the way I would like it to. Hold up here. So all the new home bills, I've talked about those throughout the summer. Those aren't going the way they want it. The builders, we're doing this big stiff arm to the realtors for most of the summer. They're now going like a little bit of come on back because their sales are starting to drop off. Sales dropping off because the prices are astronomical. Just look here where their prices are going. From January through August, the average price of a home at the new home bills have gone up $53,000. People are running out of money. Look, condos themselves, that's 40 grand. Who's got an extra 40 grand to spend on a condo? That's another $200 and something a month in your house payment. Who's got that house payment money? It's like those old Eddie Murphy routines. Oh, you got some McDonald's money? People are running out of money. They've built themselves into a trap. And they painted themselves into a corner. I don't know how much longer this is going to last for the home builders. And I don't know if I should feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. Rounding out some of the news, if you're doing solar, there's 2 years left on the federal tax credit. Be very careful. I've done stuff on this in the past. The solar companies are going to come to you talking about the money you save. They're going to throw a bunch of numbers at you like it's some kind of 3-card Monty. Okay, great. I give you, I'm sorry, my voice is cracking a little bit. You pay this amount and you save this amount on your electricity bill. That's great. But they don't really, they seem to hide the point that you're paying this amount over here, but all they talk about is what you're saving over here. You're still paying this amount over here. In reality, the only thing you may be getting is the savings you get from the tax rebate. That's the only thing you're really saving, if you're getting that. If you're getting that. What if you didn't make it this year for the tax rebate by the time they install it? I mean, I installed like some pool equipment that I should have gotten a huge tax rebate. Oh, I just missed it. I ain't get jack. They don't tell you that. They'll talk about the tax rebate all day long. They won't tell you if you qualify for that year or if the money is still there from the federal or the state government. If you're getting something like this, ask that question and then don't believe their answer. I'm telling you, everybody in this business, they're doing this snake stuff. Get the real answers and ask for receipts. They better produce those receipts for you, okay? And I'm going to round this out before my voice goes crazy here. Cannabis lounges are now legal. I don't participate in the community. What do they call it? The 420 or whatever. For those of you who are moving to Vegas and you want to move to one of the communities who are into it, I guess that's now legal. I don't want to get into whatever the specifics are, but that's what they're doing now. So hope y'all are enjoying this. And as always, if you enjoy the stuff that I'm putting out there, hit that subscribe button, share it out with your friends. I'm trying to put out some of that straight dope to all you guys. Like that was straight dope. Some straight information, all you guys, for all the stuff that's going on here in Vegas, all the information. And if you have any questions, I'll stick around for a minute or two. Go ahead and drop that in here and I'll answer those questions. And if you have any questions, I can answer on my next live stream or any videos you would like to have seen. Go ahead. More than game. I'm always looking for ideas to serve you guys out. So I'm going to hang out for a second here, see if anybody has any questions. And if I am, Demetrius is still on. Talk to me some more, brother. Okay, I don't see any questions. As long as everyone has all their questions answered, I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. And if I do not see you next week, that means that the updates have come out from everyone, and I am trying to put up a bang out product for you guys, making it look really good for you and doing a bang up job trying to put out a market update. And if you want to see anything in that market update, reach out to me and I will get that into that market update and make it good for you. So see you guys next week. And it looks like it's going to be a wonderful weather-wise week in Las Vegas. See you guys later. Bye.